Welcome back to the most ignorant news there is, by the most ignorant people you can imagine. My name is Timber, and this smiling piece of shit is Ramon. First, let us apologize for a mistake we made in our last video. We mentioned that Club Brugge will turn their stadium into a frozen tundra. But this was supposed to be the stadium of Atalanta. Apologies for a miscommunication. This will surely happen again. But f*** you guys if you have a problem with it. Now, on to the news of the past week. Let's kick it off with clubs from the Premier League.
In his post-match interview, Pep Guardiola has told news outlets he would go to the locker room to talk calmly to Kyle Walker after he received a red card. But images are surfacing which see Guardiola run into the locker room with a steel chair chanting, "My time is now." Kyle Walker was seen struggling to get to his car. Liverpool supporters seeing this were seen chanting, "You'll never walk again," as they cheered Kyle Walker on. Speaking about struggling, Tottenham players are refusing to play one more game in the Conference League. The official reason that is being given is that multiple players are suffering from exposure to COVID. Our sources have uncovered that the real reason is that the Tottenham players feel lied to. They were told they would compete in the CL, which they assumed was the Champions League. After 5 games against third world teams, they found out it was actually the CL that stands for the Conference League. I mean, they do sound similar, but come on Tottenham players. We all know the real reason is that you don't want to get spanked by René.
Sources at Tottenham have confirmed it has donated the food that was prepared for the match against Rennes to food banks in London. This comes after the match got postponed because of Tottenham being unable to name a full squad. All the food has been pre-tasted and personally delivered by the players that afterwards were unavailable for comments. This because they were self-isolating after a positive COVID result.
Moving on to Manchester United, where coach Ralf Rangnick was threatened with a chainsaw for not picking Cristiano Ronaldo in his starting lineup against Young Boys in the Champions League. We have an exclusive image of the moment the threat was made. If you recognize this man or woman, then please report to Manchester Police or call 1-800-SEE! Let's get this maniac.
After this threat, Ralf Rangnick told his players that if they don't want to play for a club like Manchester United, it does not make sense to convince them to change their mind, and they are free to leave. Sadly, Ralf Rangnick forgot that the current Manchester United is not the same as it was when Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge. Following this motivational speech by Ralf Rangnick, multiple players handed in a transfer request to get the F out of Man United. Fred, Van der Beek, Martial, Ronaldo. You know what? It is the complete squad. Why am I going through the trouble of naming each and every one of them?
No clue. Maybe because Peter is holding your kids hostage and he will kill them if you don't exactly read what the teleprompter says. Haha. Haha. Look to the side. Oh.
Let us continue with La Liga, where poor clubs fight for money and the rich don't give a f*** about their opinions and will sue you if you make a deal where you get more money out of TV rights. Because they want to continue the American way of making the gap between rich and poor even bigger.
Talking about gaps, Barcelona's second coming of Jesus, or how neutrals call him, Xavi, has brought numerous new changes into the Barcelona squad. These changes include 10 new rules, an extra 2 hours of training every day, no more late coming, looking at you Dembele, and bringing back tiki-taka. These changes are already taking effect on the team. In fact, pre-Xavi Barcelona had a gap of 10 points trailing Real Madrid. After the aforementioned changes, Xavi closed his gap down and they are now only 16 points behind Real Madrid and are now closer to relegation than they are to the league leaders.
Our recommendation of turning things around is to put more faith in the famous youth academy of Barcelona, La Masia. Earlier this week it has come out what, or rather who, is solely responsible for making La Masia the best youth academy in the world. Former director Albert Benages, seen here with his best friend. 60 youth players have come out to report sexual harassment on kids in the academy. Albert Benages was unavailable for comment, as he was visiting in high school at this time.
Now to continue with something that has nothing to do with Barcelona, the Champions League draw was done twice this week. This is because the UEFA hadn't received a complete payment from Roman Abramovich yet. During the delay, the Chelsea owner was called and quickly paid the leftover amount. This to ensure Chelsea were the only team not affected by the redraw. In other news, last week was the conclusion of the Formula 1 season with a battle of the titans between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. The mental toll such a race takes on each racer is immense and they won't be able to keep their true colors hidden.
It already started before the race on Sunday with a pre-match interview in which Lewis Hamilton admitted that he is, in fact, a racist. His own words were "conspi racist," but after finding no clear meaning behind this word, we here at IB News need no further proof of this newfound fact. Reporters are saying Latifi has gotten horrific threats from multiple people both on and offline. We have contacted Christian Horner and asked him to stop sending Latifi congratulatory Red Bulls as a reward. Hopefully, Latifi will not feel threatened anymore. Mick Schumacher was seen screaming, "The Schumachers sent their regards," while doing a hit and run on Latifi, and in doing so keeping the family tradition of deciding championship with a crash alive.
Thank you for watching. Next week we will watch the UFC play out. No, not the fighting competition in America, but the ultimate French championship. It is a brutal French competition where fighting between fans happens more than actually playing football. Premier League clubs want to take a longer break because of rising COVID infections within the teams. This will not be happening because of teams being owned by Middle Eastern states. Those are not known for their human rights. And finally, we have just received news Mercedes have decided to retract their protest of the winner of the WDC. This comes after the FIA announced a new winner of the championship. This decision by the FIA makes sure there is no more controversy and will see fans of both Hamilton and Verstappen happy. Congratulations to MAWIS VELTON! Woo! Is that Tottenham players feel lied to. They were told that they would be Close. It's those acronyms. Those acronyms.
Fights have been seen at the food banks. Godverdomme.
Moving on to Manchester United, where coach Ragnick. Coach Ragnarok.
After this threat. Let us continue with La Liga, where poor clubs fight for money and the rich don't give a about their opinions. And will sue you if you make a deal or you get more money out of you. Yeah.
Talking about gaps, Barcelona's second coming of Jesus, or how neutrals call him, Jesus! Or Jesus! The Lord and Savior! Xavi, Barcelona had a gap of 10 points trailing Real Madrid. After the aforementioned changes so close! Pre-Xavi Barcelona had a gap of 10 points trailing Real Madrid. After the aforementioned changes...
Our recommendation of turning things around is to put more faith in the famous youth academy of Barcelona, La Masia. La Masia.
La Masia.
We have contacted Christian Horner and asked him to stop sending Latifi congratulatory